Hello everybody, welcome on back to Taste Test right here on youtube.com/Seannosaurus. My name is Sean, and every Wednesday and Saturday you can watch me try the weird, the wonderful, and the limited edition. And today we have a truly limited edition item for you. They are Maple Glazed Donettes, which I thought were maybe not new, but then I realized I was thinking of the Franz Maple Donuts, but these are Hostess Donettes. I like the donuts. Sometimes they leave a weird film in the mouth, but I do tend to eat them. I especially like the ones that they released for Valentine's Day, which are the chocolate-covered strawberry. Those are really solid, and I'm hoping for something similar here. But I'm a maple guy. We're getting into the fall flavors, which is exciting. This was kind of a blessing because I didn't really have a whole lot. I was crossing my fingers for a different item, and then I didn't see it, and then I saw these at Walmart for like $4, and I thought, that'll work for today. So we're going to give one of these a whirl, and we'll see if I think that they are good. Let's crack into them. Oh, these don't close the way I thought that they did. That's fine. Where's the... I thought it would have like a little foldy thingy, you know what I'm talking about? But it doesn't. Alright, we'll stick our face in here. Ooh, that is a really strong maple flavor. Maple does typically tend to smell very strong. It's hard to miss that. I feel like it's hard to even be too strong. The problem is sometimes the maple flavor doesn't always come through in a way that is satisfying. As far as like all the maple items I like, I prefer a maple bar the most. But I am interested to try these because they do kind of just look like regular. They look like the regular donuts, just with a maple glaze instead of a regular. So hopefully that maple comes through in a satisfying way, but it's a good smell, and that's what we like to see at the start. There they are. They look so regular and so normal. Would you like to focus on the donut? Regular, normal. Smells mapley. Reasonable bite. I don't like these. The maple's there, but it's faint. There's too much of the base donut flavor getting in the way. And it has that awful texture in your mouth. It tends to be with these glazed specifically. I don't eat them a ton. I really do like those strawberry. The chocolate glaze, or the chocolate donuts are totally fine. They don't have the frosting film problem with that the glazed do. Well, this is really unsatisfying. I do not like that texture that's in my mouth, and I don't think that the flavor is worth it. Maple feels like a hard flavor to mess up, but it can get messed up. It's almost like it's too finicky sometimes. Like you really need like that glob of maple on it, like a solid coat. Otherwise, the other aspect of it, like a maple bar at the bottom, comes through. Now, I will say that it is too easy to overdo a frosting on a donut, or a maple bar specifically, and frosting on a donut as well. So it's a really tricky balance. It's trickier than I thought, like initially, just kind of going into it being like, well, I like some of the donuts. I like maple flavor. Should be pretty solid, but you forget that it can get a little weird in the middle there as they combine. These are a tough sell. I wish that they just were maple. Just the maple. I don't need a maple glaze. I just need like regular maple. I finished it. I'm gonna finish it. But I'm not thrilled. It's also what's on my hands a little bit. Yeah, these are not good. If you aren't the biggest fan of maple and you like I shouldn't have taken water. That was an awful texture. That was on me. That's not the donut's fault. That's my fault. If you like the maple flavor, but you want something a little bit different, these might be worth trying. The $4 is kind of right in that sweet spot of if you're partially interested, if you're kind of curious about it, it might be worth a buy if you like maple enough, but this isn't obviously good enough to swing anybody from like, I don't like maple to the maple side of things. But if you like, I guess if you like the concept of maple, but don't like a maple bar, maybe this is a good alternate. But I'll stick with the maple bar. The flavor's disappointing. I wish it was stronger in its mapleness. It smells really good, popped out of the, as soon as you open the bag, you're double thumbs up going, ooh, this is going to be a good donut. But the film in the mouth after it is going to very much be a Sean textural problem, but I do think that the flavor is lacking in the maple, and there is a little bit too much of that donut base in there. I need it to be a little bit more balanced. Sometimes it skews just a little bit too much of the donut, and that's why I like when you find a good maple bar, has solid maple flavor throughout, and the bread it's like a 60-40 split. Like it's there a little bit, but the maple just crushes it, and it's very nice. But these. Not my favorite, and not maybe the best start to the fall items. I'm sure that we will feature plenty of here on this show. But if you'd like to see more of that show, subscribe right over here. Thank you so much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed. If you have a suggestion, comment section down below is where you can leave it. What it is, where to find it. You might see it on a future episode of this show. More taste test. Oops, I'm over here now. More taste test right here in this playlist. Thank you again so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed, and we will catch you in the next one. As always, bon appetit.